Girlies, can we talk about how the fighting game community feels like it's a little bit on fire at the moment, especially at the latest announcement for the second character of Tekken 8's Season 2 Pass? Fakaram. No, I didn't just say a slur. No, I didn't just say a bad word. Fakaram. You may remember this character being a new character for Tekken 7 DLC, one of its season passes. Is it just me, or do I just feel like this character wasn't necessarily needed or in as much high demand as other iconic past popular characters of the Tekken series? There is just so much to unpack here. The fans of Tekken are not happy. They're not pleased. I'm seeing so much more negative than positive. But honestly, I get it. I understand why there is just so much disappointment with the latest announcement for Season 2. This might not be that exciting of a video, but I really wanted to talk about this current event in the fighting game community. So I won't be wearing a wig, but it would mean a lot if you want to stick around, talk and chat, comment below, like, subscribe. So where to start? Tekken 8 has been getting a lot of criticism lately. Obviously, Season 2 started off rocky. I was super excited for Season 2 first and foremost, considering the fact that one of my favorite Tekken characters, Anna, was the first announced character for Season 2, the first teased. She basically was kind of headlining it. And even Anna got lots of criticism considering that she was DLC for Tekken 7. However, at least with Anna, they really revamped her and, gave her a new design, new moves. She's using a freaking rocket launcher, for crying out loud. So I was totally cool and excited for Anna's return to Tekken 8, okay? We also have to keep in mind that with each season pass for Tekken 8, it appears that we're only getting 4 characters a season pass. I kind of miss the times in fighting games where we were given 5 to 6 characters, but it seems like they're going more so with the format of getting 1 character for each season of the year, literally. So, spring was obviously Anna, summer it's Fakaram, autumn's going to be an unannounced character, and lastly for winter of this year, it was announced that it was going to be a completely new character, not a guest character, but a new character to the Tekken series. And if we think about it, the season 2 of Tekken 8 is seemingly mirroring at the moment Season 1 of Tekken 8. For example, Season 1 first character that was announced was Eddie, a very popular character to the Tekken series. So you can kind of say that Anna is kind of representing Eddie in terms of that super popular, highly requested character. The second character for Season 1 was Lydia, a pretty popular character from Tekken 7. And the second character for Season 2 to mirror Lydia is Fakaram, a Tekken 7 character that I personally don't think is as popular as Lydia was, but debatable, sure. Going back to Season 1, Heihachi made his polarizing return, even though this was thought to be a deceased character. Automatically, that makes me think that, okay, so there's going to be, another returning character to maybe mirror Heihachi. And last but not least, the final character for Season 1 Season Pass was Clive from Final Fantasy 16. I love Daddy Clive and everything, but it is a guest character. And with fighting games, guest characters are fun, but I will always prefer an actual character of that series instead of a guest character. But it's still a completely new character. But funny enough, the fourth and final character of Season 2 is going to be a new character. So that kind of mirrors Clive in a sense. So at the moment, it seems like we're only getting 4 characters in Tekken 8 a year. And, if you do get a season pass, there's a lot of other content, like stages and all these collabs and whatnot. Sure, fun, cute, whatever. But I think a lot of people get season passes because they want all of the characters. The characters are the most important thing about the season passes. I truly do not care about their ads, their cross promotion. I don't give it. I think I speak for a lot of people. Is I play for the characters. I want to know their stories, why they're coming back, their lore. That's one of my favorite things about fighting games. I think a lot of people can relate to that aspect as well. I don't care about all the added things that nobody asked for, but I get, the collaborations, for example, do provide, more money and cross promotion, to fund these games. I get it. It's just it's a normal thing that happens in many games. But at the same time, you have to please the fans and meet their demands and give them the characters that they've been asking for years. Going back to Season 2, I was super excited about this season because we had Anna to headline it. So I was oh, we're getting Anna? Oh, they're gonna be on a roll. They're gonna give us banger characters after banger characters. How are you gonna give us Fakaram right after the slayage, the serve that is Mother Anna Williams. Like, that doesn't fit with my fantasy. That's just so weird. Mind you, season 2 was hinting each character with a particular color, and the second character, Fakaram, was blue. And I think a lot of people wanted for blue Bruce Irvin, kind of another Muay Thai fighter, kickboxer. You give us Fakaram. I'm not saying Bruce still can't be in the game. Like, there are other characters that fight similarly. But, you know, I feel really bad for the Bruce mains. But I just feel bad because Bruce hasn't been in, like, a main series Tekken game since Tekken 6. He was in Tekken Tag 2. But Tekken 6 was his last canonical, like, appearance. And people have since then been requesting for him. And to have this new character that's not as popular, who was probably picked mostly just to, you know, easily reuse those assets. He looks exactly the same from Tekken 7, only with, like, a headband. Okay, and it's going to be interesting to see how they, like, revitalize him, change him up. You know, because a lot of criticism for Tekken 8 is that you're paying for the DLC characters that were DLC in the previous game. So they're going to have to revamp this character. It's also just a really bad timing issue, you know, giving this not so popular character right after all the controversy and criticism just at the start of season 2. So it just feels the fire. It really does. You could have still given us Fakaram. I think people wouldn't have been as mad, but like, you should have given Fakaram down the road. We could have waited a year or two for this character. We really could have. There's so many characters that need to be in before Fakaram. I'm thinking, you know, Bruce, as I stated before, Christy, Julia or Michelle, Roger Jr., Miguel. I'm sorry, Tekken 8. I play Tekken 8 way more than Street Fighter 6. I haven't touched Street Fighter 6 in months. But Street Fighter 6 has been kind of killing the game in terms of like their season passes, in my honest opinion. Like, Street Fighter 6 just seems like so much more of an interesting game. Mind you, I'm much better at Tekken 8. I play way more Tekken than Street Fighter at the moment. But Street Fighter 6 has kind of been killing it. I need to get back into Street Fighter 6. That season 2 pass, Miss Elena coming in at the end of season 2. Street Fighter has always done a great job, has been so fair with its character and rosters, I feel like. Like a super popular character like Elena, for example, you know, she'll be in Street Fighter 4. But then, you know, she'll sit out of Street Fighter 5, and then another character will come in. Another popular iconic character will get to shine in Street Fighter 5. And then Street Fighter 6 rolls around, Elena will come back. They kind of have like this, like a character, these iconic characters, they all have their moments to shine throughout the course of Street Fighter, I feel like. It just feels like the Street Fighter characters have more opportunities, you know, because Street Fighter has so many characters, but it feels like they're given more opportunities with, you know, the course of the series. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Another thing that Street Fighter does is that they'll announce every single character of a season pass. But what Tekken's doing is that they're going for the surprise route. They'll reveal one character at a time. And Girly, that could easily backfire. Look what just happened. You know, you might as well just announce the entire lineup for the seasons moving forward, because Street Fighter's done it. It seems like it's going very well for them. I know it's like fun to theorize and speculate what characters are coming with the surprise factor, but it's almost better to know what you're paying for when you purchase the season pass. It almost feels like, oh, we're gonna like not reveal even every character, but like they're gonna buy the season pass. It's like a Coachella lineup, you know. Coachella wristbands will go on sale before they release any of the lineup, like months in advance. You know, it's a gamble. That's literally what they're doing. They're doing the Coachella method. Like, I am already like so not interested in Fakaram. I'm so much more interested in the fall character that is representing the color purple. I really am hoping it's Kunimitsu. I know it's another Tekken 7 character, but I think Kunimitsu is already like a super popular character, was very highly utilized, but also Kunimitsu, despite her being new to Tekken 7, Kunimitsu 2, she's also like kind of like representing a classic character. Like, she has ties to Kunimitsu, the first one, her mom. So like, it just feels so much different as opposed to like a Fakaram who has like no ties to another character from the series, and Kunimitsu really is like representing like a lineage. Side note, there's also like a DLC pack you can buy, which I think is like Kunimitsu 2's clothing. I don't know if that's a hint towards Kunimitsu by chance. I don't know. I've just been seeing that. I didn't even realize until someone pointed that out. Maybe that's hinting at Kuni. I hope that's hinting at Kuni. I love Kunimitsu. She should have been in the base roster. But I don't know. Maybe the purple is Armor King, another character that I would love to see. Armor King plays completely different than King. It could be Christy. I will always go to bat for Christy. I know, like, people are saying, oh, we already have Eddie. Well, Christy, they can literally revitalize her, give her new moves to make her play differently than Eddie, just like they do with the Williams sisters over the years, just like they've done with King and Armor King. And then maybe purple could also maybe be Julia, or, you know, maybe Michelle Chang. You know, I would love Michelle Chang to come back personally. But who do you think is going to be the purple character for season 2 for autumn? And then finally, as I've stated before, the final character for season 2 is going to be a completely new character of the Tekken series. Anyone have any thoughts, theories about that character? They're like a teal, like a light teal kind of coloring. Very interesting to speculate. Who knows? I really am rooting for Tekken 8. If anything, you know, kind of hitting rock bottom at the moment. I don't want to say it's rock bottom, but, you know, lack of a better term, you know, going downhill at the moment. Maybe, you know, it's only up from here. I would really like to think. Again, I really have been enjoying Tekken 8 for the most part. I just want them to do better. I want Tekken 8 to have, like, legs. I want it to last and have life for a couple years, just like Tekken 7 did. We got 4 season passes with Tekken 7. And just today, Mortal Kombat 1 just announced their definitive edition, which kind of, like, more than likely marks the end of, you know, their DLC for Mortal Kombat 1. Did y'all like Mortal Kombat 1? I fell off. I fell off really quickly. Like, I enjoyed the story for the most part. I loved this whole idea of a reboot, but I definitely fell off. You know, despite all the controversy going on in the fighting game community, at least there are exciting things to look forward to. You know, I talked about Street Fighter 6, for example. Season 2 is going to be really exciting to end with Elena. The rumors of Season 3 for Street Fighter 6 are really convincing me to get back into Street Fighter 6. You know, Virtua Fighter 6 is coming out. Looks really beautiful. I'm still hoping and holding out for a Dead or Alive 7, but, you know, I understand I'm delusional. But girlies, gays, theys, and allies alike, thank you so much for tuning in today's topic, current event, my thoughts, theory, speculation, and unpacking the controversy of the latest Season 2 announcement for Tekken 8. I want you to chime in the comments below, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It would really mean a lot to me. I have a lot more videos to film and edit for you all to enjoy, but stay safe out there, friends. Take care of yourselves, and thank you so much for being you.